Artificial intelligence is no longer a prediction of the future. It is here, right now in 2025, changing industries and rewriting the rules of the workforce. Just a few years ago, most people thought AI was something experimental, a futuristic concept that might slowly creep into our lives. But the truth is, AI has moved at a pace no one predicted, and it is already replacing jobs on a massive scale. This is not speculation, it is reality. And the bigger question is not just what jobs are disappearing, but also what comes next for all of us. Let's begin with one of the biggest industries already hit by AI, customer service. If you've called a company recently, you've probably noticed fewer human voices and more AI-powered assistants guiding you through menus, answering questions, or even solving problems in natural-sounding conversations. These aren't the clunky robots of the past. In 2025, AI chatbots can handle multiple languages, understand complex emotions, and resolve issues without escalating to a person. For companies, this means cutting costs. For workers, it means call center jobs, once a reliable path to income for millions, are vanishing at alarming speed. Imagine an AI that can answer 10,000 calls at once. How can a human compete with that? Transportation is another industry facing disruption. Self-driving cars have been talked about for years, but now we're seeing them tested at scale. Delivery companies are rolling out autonomous vehicles that don't need lunch breaks or rest stops. In trucking, pilot programs are already showing that one AI-driven truck can replace multiple human drivers over time. Think about the millions of people worldwide who rely on driving for a living: taxi drivers, rideshare workers, truckers, delivery couriers. For them, AI is not just a tool, it's a competitor, one that doesn't get tired, doesn't make mistakes from fatigue, and costs less to operate. But the disruption doesn't stop with service or transport jobs. One of the biggest shocks has been in creative industries. Writing, design, music, and even video editing, areas once thought to be uniquely human, are being touched by AI in ways that surprise even experts. Marketing teams that once employed full creative departments are now experimenting with AI tools that can design logos, generate advertisements, and even produce entire campaigns in minutes. A single person with AI assistants can now do the work that once required 5 or 10 employees. And while these tools open doors for small businesses and entrepreneurs, they are closing doors for people who chose to rely on their creative skills as a career. Imagine being a graphic designer who spent years honing your craft, only to have clients start asking why they should hire you when AI can deliver good enough results instantly. Programming, too, has entered a strange new phase. For years, learn to code was the golden advice for anyone looking to future-proof their career. But in 2025, coding itself is being assisted, or in some cases replaced, by AI. Advanced tools can generate functional code from plain English prompts. Companies no longer need as many junior developers to build simple applications. Instead, a smaller number of senior engineers can supervise AI code generators, correcting mistakes and refining the results. This doesn't mean coding is dead, but it does mean that the entry-level opportunities, the stepping stones that helped people break into tech, are shrinking. By the way, if you're interested in how AI is reshaping the world and what it means for your future, make sure you subscribe to Tech Tomorrow. We break down the biggest tech changes so you can stay one step ahead. This paints a pretty bleak picture, doesn't it? Millions of jobs at risk, whole industries transformed. But before we conclude that AI is nothing but a job destroyer, we need to look at the other side of the story. Because while AI is eliminating jobs, it is also creating entirely new ones. The difference is that these new jobs require different skills many workers haven't yet learned. Take the role of an AI trainer. These are people who help fine-tune AI systems by feeding them better data, correcting mistakes, and guiding them toward more accurate results. Then there are prompt engineers, specialists who know how to talk to AI systems to get the best possible outcomes. 5 years ago, nobody had heard of prompt engineering. Today, it is one of the fastest growing skills on the market. Data ethics is another emerging field. As AI grows more powerful, questions about bias, privacy, and fairness become more urgent. Companies are now hiring ethicists and compliance experts to make sure their AI tools don't cross ethical or legal lines. And beyond that, we are seeing new careers in human-AI collaboration, where the goal is not to replace people but to figure out how humans and machines can work together most effectively. So what does this mean for you? The jobs most at risk are the ones built on repetition and predictability. If your work involves doing the same task again and again, whether it's typing, answering standard questions, driving predictable routes, or designing variations of the same logo, AI is coming for it, and fast. But the jobs that remain more secure are the ones that rely on qualities AI struggles to replicate. Emotional intelligence, human creativity, complex problem solving, leadership, teaching, mentorship, anything that requires human connection. Think about a nurse comforting a patient or a teacher inspiring a child in a classroom. AI can provide medical information, but it can't hold your hand during a difficult diagnosis. It can deliver lessons, but it can't form a real human bond that motivates a struggling student to keep trying. These are the spaces where human beings still have an advantage, and will likely continue to, even as AI grows more advanced. But here's the critical takeaway. Survival in this new world of work isn't about avoiding AI. It's about embracing it. The workers who will thrive are not the ones trying to outcompete AI, but the ones learning how to use it as a tool. A graphic designer who refuses to touch AI may struggle, but a designer who learns how to combine human creativity with AI speed could become more valuable than ever. A writer who insists on doing everything manually may lose clients, but one who can deliver polished work faster with AI support could attract more business. This transition will not be easy. It requires rethinking what it means to have a safe career. It requires constant learning and adaptability. But history has shown us that every major technological revolution, from the industrial age to the rise of the internet, has created both winners and losers. Those who resisted change often fell behind, while those who adapted found new opportunities they never imagined. Artificial intelligence is the defining revolution of our time. In 2025, it is already replacing jobs in customer service, transportation, creative industries, and even programming. But at the same time, it is creating new careers in AI development, ethics, training, and collaboration. The future is not fixed. It is being shaped right now by how we respond, how we learn, and how we adapt. So, will AI replace your job? For many people, the answer is yes. But for those willing to evolve, the answer could be even more exciting. AI won't just take your job, it might help you create a better one. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to subscribe to Tech Tomorrow and hit the notification bell. We've got more deep dives into AI, future technology, and how these changes affect your life coming every single week. The future is moving fast. Make sure you don't get left behind.